Hello, welcome to Now This week we're talking about Lady Gaga's concert in Brazil,
Hell yeah.
and some boys were up to no good.
Yep. I think there's a lot of people up to no good in that concert.
It's mad homophobic to start with. That is crazy for the biggest female icon of all time. Jeez, we know who did it, guys. If you're looking for suspect number 4, he's right here.
And now hey, I'm all for it. Get 2.5 million people, however many it was.
Yeah.
Biggest concert of all time?
No, well, this is my fault. I thought it was the biggest concert of all time. Turns out it's the biggest female concert of all time. But the biggest concert of all time was Rod Stewart in the exact same location.
Mm-hmm.
Same beach?
Same beach.
Yeah.
But he did 4.
4 nights?
No, 4 million. I only found this out today. I shouldn't have brought it up.
It was in 1994, I think?
Yeah,
mid-90s?
Big Christmas concert.
Sorry, so there's more room on the beach?
Well,
yeah. Gaga.
Well, I think as society's progressed, there's been more security. I don't think there was any security when Rod.
Yeah, true.
And also, no one knew who Rod Stewart was, so they were probably
Yeah,
trying to check out who's this man on the stage.
Also, the way they counted 20 years ago was definitely like, when you estimate the number of marbles in a jar.
4 million there.
Yeah. You're like, that's 50.
Yeah.
So if I get 1, 2, 3, that's 2,000 times that by.
Imagine getting beaten by Rod Stewart, though.
I know. I looked at videos of him. I didn't know anything about him. And he's like, his music video for his big hit, he looks about 40 years old.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's great. His old stuff's great. But then in 1994, he did look like he'd been hit by a car.
And he
did look
stayed
nuts.
the same since.
And then it's, Gaga. Everyone's cheering for Gaga. But
Gaga was good. I had 2.1 million or 2.5 million. They don't quite know.
Yeah, it's hard after that too. It's
After
no man's land,
15, 16, I lose. It's hard to count.
And also, if you're there, you're just going to make it up. You want it to be as ridiculous as
Yeah.
possible. You'd be like, oh no, 2.5. I counted 2.6.
There was at least 3 million people there.
And we're talking about Brazilian women. So technically, they're more than one woman.
you got to account for the art.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
That's a 1.2 multiplier that no one's discussing.
Yeah, 2.1 million people, 4.2 million cheeks. And those are big cheeks. Some big cheeks.
You're trying to go real positive into the women now, James, after your homophobic slander at the start. Just to be clear, Alfie and I do support the gays. We don't know about James's views, but it's nice to bring on a panel to discuss various topics. As a man with a lesbian sister.
Shout
Alfie
out your
looks
sister.
like a lesbian.
2 episodes in a row.
Was it 2?
Yeah, I've already mentioned.
Well, don't worry, no one watched the first one, so it's the first time they're hearing it.
Yeah, it's good. I think it's good. So the Lady Gaga is now the top female crowd ever.
And she replaced
Madonna. Yeah, and they've had beef. Do you know these two have had some spats in the past?
I did not.
For a man who gets the gays, your knowledge goes deep.
Your knowledge of gay culture is really exquisite.
Look at him wearing his little Trump hat as well.
Make American gay again. I've always said that.
This
very
Trump
gay
hat
country.
is slay.
It's very nice.
I'm serving cunt on the podcast.
What did that's our monetization gone on YouTube? That's nice.
Or 13p.
What did Madonna and Lady Gaga fall out about?
So Gaga had a song. So Gaga had a song, right? Listen, I got all the tea, lads. Don't worry. Gaga had a song back in the day, and basically Madonna was like, "You ripped me off," because Gaga looks very Madonna-y, and then Elton John got involved, and I don't know if you've seen the clip. It's a wild clip.
Oh,
he's accepting an award, and he goes, "Madonna charging 50 quid for or 100 quid for a concert and lip syncing, fuck off." Like, it's so good. Like, legend.
Yeah.
So they've kind of been going back and forth. I think Gaga loves her still because she's still like...
She's an icon.
What you're saying is Madonna is actually the 4th member that tried to instill some...
Yeah. Yeah. I think Madonna's fuming that she's taken the crown.
Yeah.
And also fuming that, they got thwarted.
Also, Lady Gaga's having an amazing comeback. Lady Gaga 2012, Poker Face,
Paparazzi,
and the other songs.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
Stopped for a bit. A Star is Born, good film.
Yeah.
House of Gucci,
But she actually went
horrendous
through,
film.
You shouldn't stop her, but she went through like a Grammy phase where she was doing like.
She's an
jazz.
EGOT. She's an EGOT.
Yeah, she was doing.
She's won everything.
She's brilliant.
She's great. I just didn't realize she was so big in Brazil.
I think everyone's big in Brazil.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
I think it was.
What else they do?
Yeah, that's actually true. I think there's enough people in Rio that like everyone has
And they're
quite a big
already
fan
just
base.
having such a Gaga time that
Yeah.
Gaga, if anything, like they were just doing that, and then she just showed up and they just continued doing that. Like she could have been any music; they're just going to dance.
They're already done.
They're already
It is
at
a
the
beach
beach.
where you're already dancing.
That was just the typical
yeah.
summer numbers. Of Gaga
It was
just propped the
actually
concert up.
20,000 Gaga fans and then just 2.2 million people on
Yeah.
the beach.
The best thing about the concert is when you're watching the videos, they're just like poker face.
Yeah.
No one has a clue how
Yeah.
to sing the song.
Well, it's like I saw a video of Central C walking through Tokyo and they all love him. And I'm like, there's no way.
I don't know who that is.
Well, exactly. He's a rapper,
Is he British?
part of my culture. And he's English, but like, I don't think most English people would understand what he's saying, let alone
No.
Japanese.
Japanese people.
But in Rio, they're big on Lady G.
I think they're big on everything because, like,
Nice.
oh yeah. Big on Gaga, big on arses. Because
We're never going to move away from that, are we? For the
I've been
next
thinking
hour.
about it the
It's
whole time.
not-
Yeah.
to be honest.
We haven't got to any of the facts on this.
All right, let's go to the. I was going to
Well,
detract.
the big story, and we're not just huge fans. Well, we are obviously celebators of women, Alfie, but James does hate the gays.
I love gays.
Yeah, that's what you would
My
say.
boyfriend's
nowadays.
gay.
Yes. Is that the guy? The Central C's the guy. I ain't homophobic.
Yeah.
My bitch is gay.
How can I be homophobic?
Oh.
My bitch is gay, which was
Okay.
actually ironically quite homophobic. It wasn't
Yeah.
taken
Oh,
well
really?
by the community. But yeah,
So we're not just focusing on female celebration, although that is a classic win
Mhm.
yeah,
for females everywhere. What actually we focused on is the fact that there was a bomb threat.
Yes.
Or not even bomb threat, terrorist threats.
there's a terrorist
at the
threat
concert.
because a lot of the attendees were. It was a very like liberal concert, big LGBTQ plus event.
Mhm.
There was like an underground movement of like youths that like had a lot of memes. And but it was a terrorist sense in the sense that they were told to go in and let off like little explosives. It wasn't like
Yeah.
one big bomb threat. It was like it was 4 individuals.
Three. So, but I heard it was an organization and they found 3 people, but the 3 things they've been like found guilty of are just wildly different. One guy was going to sacrifice a kid.
Yes.
At the gig.
That was their task. One guy's got caught with porn, child porn.
That feels unrelated to Lady Gaga.
Yeah, that's just he's just
Yeah.
having a bad day. Dude. And then
If you're at a Lady Gaga concert
yeah.
and you bring your own pornography, I feel like you've not understood the gig.
And another guy. I think we can't say that on YouTube, by the way. We might just give ourselves.
Well, we'll have to beep it in the
James.
edit.
That's okay. And cut.
One guy had got caught with a gun, but he was scheming. From what I understand, they got the
He got charged with scheming.
scheming. Their intelligence group was in the face, like they were basically in the Lady Gaga fan page,
Yeah.
and they were trying to find people that hate gays, which is the worst group of people.
Yeah.
You're in there being like, "Oh, guys, she sucks." You're just going to get attacked. You're going to get terrorized
Well,
yourself.
the terrorists' plan was to dress like Lady Gaga fans, go to the concert as if they're Lady Gaga fans. And what I quite like the idea of, you've got these like really homophobic people putting on makeup,
Mm.
getting into like tank tops,
Just having the
putting
best
on a
time,
dog collar,
being like, "Oh, this is so
and then
good."
2 hours in, just starting to go, this isn't too bad.
I like this.
And then just looking at your Molotov cocktail, which is basically just hard liquor and just a little
Yeah.
sip of that. And the reason none of the bombs went off is because Lady Gaga's music's so good that it turned terrorists into gay icons.
Yes. I just imagine them going through the crowds like, ooh, 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 ooh,
Yeah,
ooh, 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 ooh.
And then they start shaking to the rhythm.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh,
Oh
no."
my God,
I
yeah.
like this.
They're going in going, yeah, I'm undercover. And then they go, kind of nice. Like,
I like this. Yeah. And they got a cocktail in their hands. They're buzzing.
a little Molotov, a little sip of the old Molotov.
And there was improvised explosives. And if there's
Yeah.
one thing I hate more than terrorists, it's improv.
Yeah.
I just tell you were so happy when you thought of that.
Let's cut that out.
No, that's
This is the second one.
That's nice. That's nice. I like that. I like that. I like that they called themselves. The operation was called.
That's the biggest act of terror. That's more
that's
of
a
an
big-
act of terrorism than what's happened at the festival.
The organization was called the Fake Monsters because her fans are called Little Monsters.
Yeah.
I think that's not a serious enough name for it.
No, well, actually, my granddad calls gay people little monsters as well. I'm like, okay, you can't do that.
Not in public.
Not in public.
Keep it to dinner.
I went to London. All these little monsters were around.
Do you know how they found the people they were looking for? They used facial recognition technology, which is fun because everybody was dressed up like a disco ball. And I like the idea of like a drone.
I thought it would just be the only two people not smiling.
Yeah.
Just visual.
It's the only two
It's
people
not even that good.
without
Poker face doesn't make
eyeliner.
sense.
You just have a drone going along, just fucking suddenly starts shaking. It's just on Lady Gaga.
But I feel like you don't want to mess with Lady Gaga fans when
No,
they're in
you don't.
numbers, because they are going to be riled up. That's like their Lord and Savior on stage, and they're singing the anthems, and you attack one, the swarm mind kicks in. You're getting ripped apart.
Oh yeah,
Those big gay bears, Brazilian bears, and when they're Brazilian jiu-jitsu, they're ripping you to shreds.
Brazilian capoeira.
Capoeira, even worse. They're doing spinning kicks and
It's
stuff.
purely self-defense, but it's really effective.
because those guys because Taylor Swift fans are nuts.
Yeah,
I can imagine
Ariana
Gaga
Grande.
fans. Yeah,
Yeah.
They'd absolutely.
I think she's got one of the most feral fan bases, Lady Gaga.
Yeah, but I don't blame. Have you listened? I watched some of the
She's great.
concerts. Oh,
It
my
looked
God.
amazing.
It's so good. It's so good.
Do you think there are any holiday makers, like British tourists, that had just booked a holiday to Brazil?
To see the beach.
They didn't know. They come out with a deck chair and they sort of look around going, what's all the fuss about? Dildos hitting them in the face. Oh,
God's sake.
just out with a red stripe.
Yeah.
The only thing I could keep thinking was, what did she do at the end? Did she do a bucket speech at the end, being like, guys?
No, that's the other thing. It was free.
Yeah, it was completely
Free.
But like, surely she needs some money back.
The Brazilian government paid for it.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, because that's what you need if you're sort of have no money and live in a favela. Free Gaga concert.
Free concert. Apparently it made $100 million for the Rio economy,
Wow.
which is
Fantastic.
great.
Yeah, that's good.
Which is nice.
Everyone spent 50 quid.
No, because it brought in 500,000 tourists into Rio. And-
Everyone's 50 quid now. I know it's free.
And it brought a bunch of people in, but Rio's trying to stimulate the economy, and so raised 600 million Rio, whatever it is.
I really don't think there was a threat, because clearly they're just angry little, probably gay people that are just dealing with their internalized zone. They're just on the forums being like, we're going to Molotov cocktail you, and they're all just like, bring the alcohol.
Yeah. I think the tourists, the terrorists were Gaga fans, but they didn't want to let it on. So they're like, I'm going to go. Well, I'm going to go undercover. And I'm only going to wear makeup.
If anyone sees me there in a dress, it's ironic. I'm undercover. I'm committing
and then
acts of
I'm
terror.
going to let off this bomb, this WKD with a sparkler coming out of it.
They're just like, I thought I brought the bomb when I am the bomb.
Yeah, I just love the idea of a terrorist just 3 songs in, just kind of loosening up and going, maybe I don't hate women.
One more.
yeah. Who is this Ali Han?
There's just that weirdos. The weird person that's trying to sacrifice the child is really just trying to attach himself to a movement. And everyone's like, no, we should maybe do taunt. He's like, yeah, but
What if we
just get one? Like, what are you doing,
Yeah.
Steve? Why does it have to be the concert?
I missed that. Who was trying to sacrifice a child? Like Moses, like an Abraham thing.
One of the 3 people that were caught, that was what they're being charged for. They had a plan to abduct and sacrifice a child.
Any old child. The most Gaga child they can find.
Yeah.
Goo Goo Gaga.
The Goo Goo Gaga.
She does do mad stuff with gothic stuff, so you wouldn't even be able to stop it. You probably think it's special effects.
Yeah. You pay more.
You pay more, it's free.
But so they all had. So there was one ringleader, and he gave 3 or 4 young terrorists.
Well, I'll be honest, I was searching for this, and then I started to get scared because it was like, can I really be searching for what do these guys do?
I typed in how to make a Molotov cocktail.
Did you?
And it came up with we've lost your screen.
Jesus.
Oh, we're getting a Puma ad.
Yeah.
Just when you say Molotov.
That's going to demonetize us. That's copyright.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Or 13p.
Yeah.
Don't watch that.
I think we're done with monetization, by the way. I don't know if you know our YouTube part, but we've done
some of the
child
words
porn
we say.
terrorism.
Don't say it again. Look, if Gaga can make 100 mil with 5 songs, we can make 13p.
But I was quite impressed that they actually managed to catch people before. It's mad what the counter-terrorism could do. How are they doing it? You must really be stupid to get caught.
The headline was like, bomb threat at Gaga concert. You click on it and it's like 3 people didn't do a thing. Like, I'm glad it went that way, but like the more I watched it, the more I was like, nothing, no one actually got through security with a bomb. One guy had child images, but that he didn't get them at the Gaga concert. It's got nothing to do with the show.
There's people outside with like a scalper outside. There's tickets, child porn.
Do you want me to turn it off?
No, it's just well, unless you want to skip.
Oh my god! All right,
the government's listening to us now. I just turn it off in case something else random pops up.
What else we got?
Do you not like the beach background? If it comes up, I'll turn it off.
Yeah, I like that. Let's watch it.
Sorry.
Someone does have to be at the back of the concert, which sucks a little bit.
Oh my god!
Someone
what's
has
the
to be
official?
at the front, looking up. Gaga had like 50 people on stage.
What's the official amount of people that were there? 2.1?
I have 2.1 to 2.5 according to my sources.
2.5 was probably the Sun being like,
it's the entire
most people.
Yeah, the Sun headline just.
Imagine
terrorist
if you're at the
Brazilians celebrate gay culture.
You know what? It's actually really embarrassing for them that all those people in Brazil and they couldn't commit a crime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The favelas are on the outskirts. Like, more terrorism's happening when they're trying to get home.
2.1 million people, 0 terrorist attacks.
Weak numbers, boys.
Wouldn't get that in Belfast.
Nice, there you go. I've been trying to avoid it.
No,
we were classy. We were classy people. We would never take on the Gaga fans.
You tried to get Thatcher, which is, solid.
My Gaga.
Is that even terrorism?
That's a back to public.
That's my culture's Lady Gaga. My grandfather has a picture of her on the wall. It's the same thing.
Oh god.
Lady Gaga, part of the upper class.
No way.
Is there a Lord Gaga?
Well, why did you do your research on her? I tried, and she's actually quite a mysterious figure.
Do you know something interesting?
She was born Catholic.
She's New York, but sort of fake Italian accent, or at least in the movies. Do you know what her real name is?
Stephanie.
Stefani Joanne Angelina Germanotta. Do you know why she went with Lady Gaga?
Some people just search it on Google.
Because it's a less ridiculous name than Stephanie Germanotta. That's her real name?
I was talking to my girlfriend about this last night because I was like, I don't know much about Gaga. Can you let me know? She gave me all the gossip with her and Madonna, but she told me that...
Oh, thank God we got that.
Yeah, come on.
This is a sick clip.
Someone wrote when she was at school, Gaga at school, someone wrote in her diary or on the wall, Stephanie, you will never be famous. Now look at her. Playing to more people than anyone ever apart from Rod Stewart.
Which is fair.
Yeah.
It's only but we have to be rolled as a god.
Not charging
god
for it.
Stewart.
She's coming through to London.
Is she?
She's coming to the O2 in September. Yeah.
Oh, but every gig now is going to be kind of rubbish. She's just going to be like, they're just beautiful Brazilians, just carefree. She's like, you know what? I wish there was a attack here, guys. She's just going to be thinking in her head.
Surely like Sadiq is looking at that going, let's wheel out Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
Put him on London Bridge. And then get 2 million people just splish-sploshing in the River Thames.
You think?
And have our own version. 3 million people.
Yeah. But I don't think there's that. How many people are in London? There's only like 7 million people in London.
Yeah. But we only need 5 million to beat Rod.
There's not enough space. Where are they going to go? You can't have them in Hyde Park. You can't have them on the Thames.
And you really need Lady Gaga. I don't know how Rod got away with that. What was he doing? Was he just playing the piano?
I don't know.
This is like, why have they got him? There was all of these superstars at the time. They're like, no, it must be Rod.
They could have Rolling Stones. Yeah. They could have Bob Dylan. They could have had anyone.
You see Metallica play in Russia.
Yeah, that's mental.
And there's just like, it looks like more than 2.5, but they're just playing like free, and they're just like, there's planes going, and it looks like it deserves it.
Well, the Rolling Stones did Copacabana Beach.
Did they?
They did like $1.5 million, I want to say.
Really?
Or 2 million. Yeah, they've done Copacabana Beach. Yeah.
I think
they were there for one night.
And that's all free. Every single one of these is free.
Yeah, doubled the population. Ran through it.
That's 2 Birminghams. 2 points.
That's what I often use when I geographic units.
How many people?
Just relative to Birmingham specifically.
Yeah. It's I don't know. I'd love to have gone. Be mad.
Yeah.
But you're right. If you're at the back, if you go, I mean, when the concert's finished, the tubes coming out of there. Like you go to Wembley and it's a nightmare.
Not sleeping.
They're not sleeping. That's an all-night thing.
Right.
How long did the concert last?
It was like 2 hours, I think.
Brilliant.
Great.
Brilliant.
But no, I don't think it ends. And you're in Brazil, and
On
you're
a
not getting
beach?
home. You're just on a beach, and that's what.
Does anybody
And there's so many drugs.
drown?
Yeah.
I think someone's
died.
but they don't even care. It's Brazil.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
So big win for the counter-terrorism unit.
Big win for counter-terrorism.
I looked into counter-terrorism a bit, but then I got scared because of the clips I've posted online. It gets a bit like, what can they see? That's what I was typing. I was like, can they read my message?
What did you type in?
That's what I was typing in the chat. I was like, can Meta or can the government read my Facebook messages? And apparently they can if they get a warrant. And I was like, oh shit. And now I'm like, oh God, am I going to commit an act of terrorism? I don't think I am, but now I've searched it. You know what? I'm going to get stuck with the fucking child porn
That is
guy.
the
Might as
least
well.
suspicious search.
What? How?
Counter-terrorism, then the next search is, can the government see my messages?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You're getting added to a...
Yeah, that's what
You're getting added to a list. I had a WikiHow step-by-step animated detailed explanation of making a Molotov cocktail.
You sent me that. I'm deep in now. I might as well have some fun.
Brother, it's easy.
Is it?
It's easy. Anything. Petrol, alcohol, anything. Bit of a wet rag, lighter fluid. Chuck it into a crowd of
Oh, that sounds fun.
of whichever group you see fit. I don't discriminate when it comes to discrimination.
No, with his MAGA hat.
If
He's
you-
going to the
that's
London
true.
concert.
If you were to throw it into a group, what would it be?
I'd throw it into a group of terrorists.
Yeah.
I'd throw it into a group of women haters, man, personally.
I'm so glad you said haters.
Yeah.
I thought you were just going to roll that one in.
No, what we need to do is we need to actually find this group and invite them, the group that planned the attack. We need to invite them to a concert.
Mm-hmm.
Only them.
Yeah, that's nice.
Terrorize them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, who would they want to watch?
Gaga.
Rod Stewart.
Oh, Rod Stewart. It all mixed together.
Who would they be buzzing for there? Who do you reckon the terrorists were like?
Farage.
Farage. Farage is going to get the next biggest at Copacabana Beach. 3 million.
Farage doing Lady Gaga's entire show, I would show up.
Well, Farage actually did take a bunch of people down to the coast, but I think that was different.
There was a beach involved. There was actually a lot of Brazilians there.
There was
as
a lot
well.
of Brazilians, but they were going the other way. Yeah, they don't do that as much anymore. I don't think you get bands coming to play the reform protests like you do in these places.
Oh, God. Yeah, well, I'll report back on the next one.
No, it was a good vibe. I'm glad nothing went wrong.
Good job, Brazil. I really didn't think they would be the police force that would be organising it. I feel like Brazilian police force, fair play to you, good
50,
fun guys.
50,000, I want to say.
But fun guys, but like not notorious for like, I imagine their work ethic. They've got the Favela. They haven't shut that down. So.
No, true. But there was a lot.
How would you shut down the favelas?
That's an interesting point that I've just brought up, and I'm going to stick with it. So what you do is you'd remove the music.
Yeah.
And then when there's no vibe, people would naturally...
Yeah, because it's just too easy to play football when that's...
I assume in the favelas it is just the Joga Bonito music the whole way.
And just good times.
Yeah.
And guns.
Have you been to Brazil?
I nearly stayed in a favela, but COVID sent me back.
Oh, really?
I was going to favela for Carnival.
Whoa.
You would
COVID saved me the embarrassment.
Throw a bomb or something? Or...
No, I was going just to go there, Alfie.
Okay.
We're not all terrorists, Alfie. Mr. Molotov cocktail yourself. And COVID sent me back.
So you didn't actually get to go to the carnival?
No, but I'll go to the next Gaga concert.
Beautiful.
And I'll keep my eyes out.
You keep your eyes out
for boys that look like me.
Yeah.
That's what I'll be like.
If I see you at a Gaga concert, I'm good.
You shouldn't be
If you see something that doesn't look right, just Reece at a Gaga concert.
I'll be wearing my green uniform as well, being like, I'm a soldier. Leave me alone, I'm a
I'd
soldier.
love to see you at carnival.
Catch it, in it, kill it.
I think
Reece
I was
Kidd.
going to ruin the vibe of carnival for them. All these hot Brazilians trying to twerk them. I'm like,
but you can dance.
I thought you were Catholic.
You can dance. You can Irish two-step.
I'm actually like a very multifaceted man, but I like to keep it like I'm modest.
It's so unassuming because you.
How do you know I can dance?
You can
never seen me dance.
I've seen you on stage dancing.
Yeah, that's true.
Salma Hayek, didn't she say that like Irish people were the South Americans of Europe?
Really?
I hope so. For the things I've said, I hope there's some sort of connection.
Yeah, she said that Irish people are like the Mexicans of Europe. They've got they're very passionate people. Sometimes that passion gets put onto the wrong things.
That makes the English people the Spaniards. Though.
No, the English people would be the Americans.
Yeah, true. Nasty.
The Germans are the Canadians.
Not liked.
Colonialist.
Yeah.
How do we might have to cut this, but how do we end this one? Because we didn't get the ending we hoped for. Well, Alfie hoped for.
No one there.
Another win for Gaga.
Another win for Gaga.
Did you do an encore?
She's probably still going, dude.
Yeah.
She's still there.
And they were like, afterwards, they told her about the thread, and she was like,
Nothing happened.
just stop trying to ruin the vibe. I'm
Yeah.
Gaga.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's such a shame that people go and try and ruin their vibes. Like, that's the third time I feel like this year that
Sick concert.
it was a sick concert, but I just mean like it's such a shame that 3 people were like, "Oh, the gays are going, therefore I'm going to ruin it." Like, it's been like I don't understand why they're getting targeted at that show. It's been a tough time for the LGBT community. It's not funny, Reece.
Tell us why. Tell us why specifically. Because of you.
For me, I feel like this has been a bad year. There's already been like sort of 3 big events. Like there was that attack,
Yeah.
right? And we've had all this Supreme Court ruling stuff.
Yeah.
And in January, you took your tour to Brighton. There's been a lot of attacks on a community that don't deserve it necessarily.
That was so much better.
Yeah, me too.
That was good.
You got us both
Thanks.
there.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. You can clip that up.
Yeah.
You could maybe
July 6th, you went.
If you did
January 6th, you went. I Googled it.
Did you?
In prep for this, yeah.
That's
I mean, he has time. He does no shows himself, so he can Google it.
I Googled it, yeah.
Oh, excellent.
No, yeah, that's the big message is stop, okay?
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
sister's gay. Stop attacking them. If anything, attack the streets. How,
Yeah.
Oh my God, imagine a fucking terrorist attack at a...
Coldplay concert.
No, that's...
Okay, you draw the line at Coldplay.
Let's not
But
take on
straight men, I think.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm trying
think we
of
want to
what
attack
concert,
the
like
women.
an Eminem concert or something, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Everyone's like,
yeah.
just lose yourself. And like, maybe we could lose you.
Yeah.
You know?
Jordan Peterson live.
Yeah.
The
Well,
men are dying! And then Molotov.
Maybe some gay terrorists.
Ah,
Do
Make it
the
more-
reversey reverse.
Oh, like Queer Eye?
Yeah.
Like you get fucking death.
the IR gay.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
I don't know what this is anymore. We should have ended when I asked to end it, but we're
Yeah.
now we're a gay terrorist.
We can end
Okay.
it on your show to Brighton. Reece, speaking of hate crimes, where are you taking
Nice.
the tour to next?
I'm going to Lisbon tomorrow.
You go
Lesser Brazil.
Lesbon.
Yeah, I'm going to Lesbian tomorrow.
Okay.
Is that our promotion? Yeah, I'm going to Lisbon tomorrow. It won't help the sales at all.
No, but I just
I
see
will be
other
playing.
people do
I'm
it. You know,
I'm taking
Yeah.
Gaga influence, and I'm making my show a lot more theatrical.
Yeah.
More terrorist references as well.
Mhm.
Failed terrorist attempts.
yeah, that's nice.
Dressed in red, dressed as Judas. I could see you doing that. Be great. That'd be great. Oh, Reece.
In your jacket as well.
Of course, in the jacket. Yeah, I have made a huge mistake with this podcast, and I fear this will come back to bite us very badly. As a man that dresses like he is the leader of the IRA,
Yeah.
incredibly paramilitary,
Yeah.
joking about gay terrorists. There is no upside to this podcast. This was a huge mistake.
No.
No, this genuinely was probably the worst decision I've ever made. For what? For 3 uninformed opinions. Our biggest fact was James knew about the beef with Madonna.
With Madonna, and I'm glad we got that
didn't
out.
get the number right, and there probably wasn't even 3 of them. I'm not even confident in that.
No, me too.
No.
I don't even know if it's Lady Gaga.
So if you want to see what we come up
It's
with
just Madonna
next week,
Yeah. Yeah.
Next week, see us tackle the
Hey,
Met
guys,
I
Gala.
like that we've done the Pope. We've got a range. You know?
smash
Yeah.
that subscribe button. Next week we're going to take on the Met
Let's try
Gala.
to get to 1 like this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, send it to a friend. And
Send it to the gays in your life.
Oh, yeah.
My sister will be
it
tuning
could
in.
absolutely go viral for the wrong reasons.
Oh,
We roll the dice.
Are we done?
Yeah.
Or-
Beautiful.
Cut.
Delete.